Nagyon baba. Halli, hello, sziasztok mindenki. Witcher 3 stream. Hát nem tudom, hogy ma befejezzük, vagy nem, vagy main küldi, vagy nem, vagy mit tudom én, hát majd lesz valahogy. Mint mindig, sose volt úgy, hogy nem volt semmi. Csapatjuk. Csináltam egy kis kávét, hogy elaludjak. Azt mondja. Igen.
I see you gather before.
Ez a legbaszóbb zene. Főmenőbe. Nagyon kemény. Ez nagyon adja, srácok, ez a zene. Csak megint nincs kép! Ja passz! Ja passz! Imádom ezt a gémet, geci. Imádom. Sorry srácok, de kicsit meg vagyok fázva. És most nézzük, hogy van a kép. Ne húrjam, hogy nincs kép. Miért nincs kép? Beszarok. What? Na még egyszer. Mi a fasz? Mi a fasz? Legyen már kép, he. Átugrás. Átugrás. És most? Kép. Játék, kép. Nem? Nem? Mi a fasz? Azért. Olyan Witcher 3-as hústartót vettem, srácok. Nem tudom, mennyire fog látszódni. Kibaszott kemény. Kurva jó. Nagyon adja. Meg hát egy Han Solo-s, megfagyasztva, meg egy Millennium Falcon. Hello? Remélem szeretitek ezt a hangot, jó, ugye? Na! Szia, baszunk mindenkit. Új szett, új fegyók. Minden új. Csapatási. Rámegyünk egy főküldőre gyorsan, hogy meglássam, eszembe juttassa, hol tartok, körülbelül. De aztán valami olyasmi volt az utolsó küldi, hogy bezártuk egy ketrecbe a vámpír haverunkat. És így ilyen szörnyfészek jöttek, azokat kellett legyűrni, és jaj. Na hadd lássuk. De menőn nézünk ki.
Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton the Peyrat falls victim.
Az a főküldünk, ugye?
beast of Beauclair has struck again.
Nagyon jó.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Meg kurva mi? Igen, biztos ennyit várnánk, nem? Biztos.
Oh, Geralt, Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor. Whatever are you wearing?
Sorry, didn't have time to change.
Luckily, I prepared for just such an eventuality. Here, don this doublet. Its cut is all the rage these days.
Bazd meg, elfelejtettünk átöltözni.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Srácok, ezt... Kijavítsuk ezt a hibát?
Soiree started.
Vegyünk fel ruhát?
Wise of you to
Ide úgy.
hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Ki is tudnánk javítani már. Igazából. Direkt megtartottam egy fasz a ruhát.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
És ez jobban is innen a
Right.
csajhoz, meg furkét.
Right you are. We must proceed with caution.
Hát újra
Come,
nyomjuk, újra
it's our
nyomjuk.
turn.
Újra nyomjuk. Nem jó ez így, nem jó ez így.
Madame, Monsieur, an
Monsieur.
extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample...
Na jó, újra át, úgyis újra nyomjuk.
Mean well, got it. Go here.
Sorry, srácok. Ezt elfelejtettem, pedig akkor még eszembe is volt, hogy át kell öltözni. Csak ugye nem tudtam, hogy még főküldött fogság, vagy nem. De fasz, átöltözünk a Pécsába. Pécsába, átöltözünk a Pécsába. Jó lesz. Volt egy pár streamen kívüli feliratkozás, srácok. Mindenkinek nagyon szépen köszönöm, hát a neveket így most e-mailben nem fogom megkeresni, de köszi. Most a volt egyszerre 5-en. Nem is értettem, hogy mi a fasz. De köszi. Vagyis follow-okat. Sorry, srácok, follow-ok. Itt follow, nem feliratkozás, mert más, follow. Na. Voltok ebben a városban a ládámhoz oda menni. Sehol gondoltam. Miért is? De miért is?
Has hired a witcher to get at the root of these murders.
The Mandragora is honored to welcome...
Kivágjuk magunkat a cuccra. Úgyhogy kaptunk egy ruhát, de ez kit érdekel? Az ruha úgyis szarul
Even
nézik
a
ki.
horse drops if you ride it with a constant gallop.
Szörnyek. Ez még van nálam amúgy. Skellige. És ugye kesztyű nincs rajta, ez buzis. És kéne a maszk. A farkas. Maszk. Az lehet, hogy nálam van. Jó. De ez zavar, ez miért van nálam? Farkas csizma, farkas csizma. Mesteremedve csizma. Poszorhelyvadász páncél. Miért van nálam? Szerintem ezeket csak így elraktam, hogy majd használni fogom, aztán is felejtettem a picsába őket. Gyanús. Több mint gyanús. Ez több mint gyanús. Jó, ez meg mind, igen. Jó. Jó, át is öltözünk, először a fegyvereket. Kesztyűt. Jó. Jó, és azt mondja, hogy... Hello! Kurva jó fogunk kinézni, rögtön hercegnő. Ott leszok minket az utcáhelyen.
Even a horse drops if you ride it with a constant gallop.
Annyira nagyon jól nézünk ki. Jáháhá. Most csaljunk? Ne ott találkozzunk vele? De ugyanott találkozunk vele, ezt ne változtassuk meg. Elfűlt a kávé! Volt egy fél liter, azt meg is ittad. Richard! Richard, királyom van, király, hello! Vártad a kólóval.
I've 3 doublets, none of which are
Hogy felcsapta az égbe. Hogy néz ki a hátunkon azon? Hó, nagyon készültél, Geralt, látom. Hello?
Greeting. What?
Farewell.
Good luck.
to aid the Witcher
is that a witch,
in any way he requests. New customers and all.
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
Sorry, srácok, de... Száj. Na, külön csak így mit mond. Aribi. Jól nézek mi? Jól nézek ki mi, asszony? Hello?
Oh, Geralt, Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor.
Hát a
Whatever are you
kurva
wearing?
Sorry, I didn't have time to change.
Luckily, I prepared for just such an eventuality. Here, don this doublet. Its cut is all the rage
A
these
rohadt
days.
kurva. Igen. 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 Mi ez a fos? Sokkal jobban néztem ki. Na, ezért. Ezért megérte újra betölteni.
My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Hogy leszarozta a Skellig ünnepi ruhánkat a rohadt kurva. Jó, megjegyeztük.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Ballant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Elég láttuk már Dandeliont.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
This is definitely done. Let's go. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence. A metaphor.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paint balls, cast.
Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful.
Absinthe, hello?
That's a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Good folk, yet another soul is to express its creative. Silence. The artist. I got it. It's the Soritor.
It's not a landscape you put them. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Splendid. The sky over Toussaint.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy. It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Yet green, lush and verdant as a field of violence.
Első művészei nevese.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to buy. I pray so.
Gyönyörű lett.
depicts spiritual
Ígyunk
duels,
még ennek
a
örömére.
continual battle between good
Nem lehet, akkor innen ígyunk.
and defiance.
Nos, ezt nagyon jó.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hússoljál, mert ott lebaszok. Megkúrom a nőidet, érted?
Please leave.
Mi volt, az nem figyeltem?
Ah, how beautiful.
Az.
The dolphins.
Yeah,
That
maybe
is
I've
no
done.
ordinary illusion.
Egy sír.
The man is a
Ja.
true artist.
Impressive.
Vissza. Jó.
I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but
Hello?
do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centurion Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centurion Noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to
Judge.
him. What did he look like?
Like many here,
Hát itt
tall,
mindenkinek
dark,
jó.
masked.
Know where he might be now?
Mit Geráltnak? Ja,
He gave Cecilia a small gift,
Ja.
a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like
Push
this.
him and see
You
it,
must
little boy.
leave now.
csak visszamegyünk. És nem lehet, hát a... Igen?
Must be someone famous, I
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings
Fine.
good luck.
Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in
Részt
such
veszünk a
things.
buliban. Jó, de szép! Hát ez kurva jó volt. Hadprox, ide jöttem először amúgy. Itt vagy?
Igen.
Azt véletlen páncélba jöttem, azt... Ugye mondta, hogy megmondtam, hogy elegánsan öltöz ki, meg mit tudom én, azt... Geci, elfelejtettem, de direkt még az eszembe is volt, hogy majd úgy fogok ide jönni, jó? Kilép, játékbetölt. Skellige ilyen nemes úri kurva anyja ruha, érted? Az a kék, ilyen ünneplő ruha, meg állarc, mindent benyomtam, érted? Idejövök. Ugyanazt a szöveget. Tudtam, hogy a Szabomra kellett volna bízni, hogy igen, a kurva. De rohadt kurva. És ugyanúgy átöltöztetett. Rohadt személy.
Ennyit nem tudsz, hogy mindenhol más a ünnepi viselet.
Személy.
Amúgy meg tuti jelezte a küldi, hogy hol lehet. Csak gondolom szaltára.
Lehet.
Én ezt megvettem, ami rajtad van, azt hiszem. Egyből fossza ki a kaját.
Look,
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Tricky refuse.
Most lenyúlni volt.
hit a fist tag. Artist's way of numbing their existential
És akkor mit mondott úgy? Hogy más lett valami?
Hát, jó nézel ki, bla bla bla. Tedd fel a maszkot.
Olyan fia.
empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
Looks like it held a flask of perfume, a gift from the Synthrian, I imagine.
Sense
Where's the
lines in
szagot?
the air. Let's follow it.
A szagot. Öcsém. Tudod, mint a szag. Ez eltűnik a szag.
Eltűnik a szag. Befingott valaki? Ezt azt követed, vagy?
Gyanús.
It must be someone famous, I think. Such talent. Exception true.
What if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Kíváncsi vagyok el, neked leesik-e
We must
majd,
consider what to do.
ami nekem csak a játék vég.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years
Úgy
in
is
the palace.
fogalmazhatnék, hogy felismersz majd valakit.
I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Te mit pofázol?
Looking for Cecilia Belland. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
Megkajál
No,
közben.
stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Bloody handprint. It's his. Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Must have climbed this ladder. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Footprints, made by soiled boots. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it, hard, then sank to the floor. Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Locked. No key in sight. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Bloodstains. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
Okay, főnök.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it many years ago from a young woman.
Ó, srácok, sorry. Sorry.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.